Angkor Wat, located in Cambodia near the modern city of Siem Reap, is one of the most significant and iconic architectural marvels in human history. It stands as the largest religious monument in the world, covering more than 162 hectares, 400 acres. Built in the early 12th century by the Khmer king Suryavarman II, Angkor Wat was initially constructed as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu. Over time, it transformed into a Buddhist temple, as Theravada Buddhism became the dominant religion in Cambodia. Historical background: Angkor Wat was conceived at the height of the Khmer Empire, a powerful and expansive civilization that ruled much of Southeast Asia between the 9th and 15th centuries. The temple was commissioned by King Suryavarman II, who reigned from around 1113 to 1150. Suryavarman II was a formidable ruler, known for his military campaigns and efforts to consolidate power within the empire. Angkor Wat was not only intended to be a place of worship, but also a mausoleum for the king, ensuring his place among the gods after death. Construction of Angkor Wat is thought to have taken several decades. The sheer size and complexity of the temple complex required massive resources and labor, drawing on the empire's vast wealth and population. Skilled artisans, stonemasons, and engineers worked on its intricate design, which blends religious symbolism with highly sophisticated engineering. The temple's transition from Hinduism to Buddhism began in the 13th century when Jayavarman VII, a later Khmer king, embraced Buddhism. The influence of Buddhism remains to this day, and Angkor Wat is still a place of worship for Buddhists, though it is largely regarded as a historical monument. Architectural marvel: one of the most astonishing aspects of Angkor Wat is its sheer scale and attention to detail. The temple complex is surrounded by a large moat, which measures 1.5 kilometers by 1.3 kilometers, 0.93 by 0.8 miles. This moat symbolizes the ocean that surrounds Mount Meru, a sacred mountain in Hindu and Buddhist cosmology considered to be the center of the universe. The temple's design reflects the Hindu belief in a divine order, and it is a powerful symbol of the Khmer Empire's devotion to its gods. Angkor Wat was built using sandstone blocks, which were transported from quarries over 50 kilometers, 31 miles, away. Scholars are still unsure how exactly these blocks were moved, though it's believed they were floated down rivers on rafts. Once the stones arrived at the site, they were meticulously carved with bas-reliefs and other decorative elements. The central tower of Angkor Wat is 65 meters, 213 feet, high, towering over the temple complex and symbolizing Mount Meru. The 5 towers of the temple, arranged in a quinkings pattern, represent the 5 peaks of this sacred mountain. The design of Angkor Wat is not just monumental, but also intricately symbolic, embodying the Khmer understanding of the cosmos and divine harmony. Symbolism and cosmology: Angkor Wat is aligned to face the west, which is unusual for Hindu temples, as they are typically oriented toward the east. This westward orientation has led many scholars to believe that Angkor Wat was intended as a funerary temple for King Suryavarman II, with the west symbolizing death in Hindu cosmology. However, the temple also retains many elements of traditional Hindu temple architecture, which is typically oriented toward the east, reflecting the balance between life and death in religious belief. The temple is laid out in a series of concentric galleries that ascend towards the central tower. Each gallery represents a level of spiritual advancement, with the outer galleries reflecting the material world and the inner sanctum representing the divine. This architectural layout mirrors the journey of the soul in Hindu and Buddhist thought, moving from the earthly realm toward enlightenment. At the heart of the temple is the central tower, which once housed a statue of Vishnu, the supreme deity to whom Angkor Wat was originally dedicated. The central shrine is surrounded by long corridors adorned with exquisite bas-reliefs, which depict stories from Hindu mythology, most notably the Ramayana and Mahabharata epics. The most famous of these is the churning of the ocean of milk, a myth that tells the story of gods and demons working together to obtain the elixir of immortality. Artistic mastery: the bas-reliefs. One of the most remarkable features of Angkor Wat is the extensive bas-reliefs that cover nearly 1,200 square meters, 12,917 square feet, of the temple walls. These bas-reliefs depict a variety of scenes, including battles, religious stories, and daily life in the Khmer Empire. The churning of the ocean of milk is perhaps the most famous of these bas-reliefs. This intricate carving, located on the southern gallery wall, portrays the Hindu myth in which gods, devas, and demons, asuras, cooperate to churn the cosmic ocean to release the nectar of immortality. This scene is rich in symbolism and depicts a cosmic struggle between good and evil, emphasizing the temple's role in symbolizing the universe's order. Religious and cultural significance. Over the centuries, Angkor Wat has become more than just an architectural marvel. It is a symbol of Cambodian national pride and cultural identity. The temple is prominently featured on the Cambodian flag and is seen as a representation of the resilience and achievements of the Khmer people. For Buddhists, Angkor Wat is still a place of pilgrimage and worship. Despite its Hindu origins, the temple now houses Buddhist shrines, and monks regularly perform ceremonies within its grounds. The fusion of Hindu and Buddhist elements reflects the religious evolution of Cambodia and the broader region. Rediscovery and conservation. After the fall of the Khmer Empire in the 15th century, Angkor Wat was largely abandoned, though it was never completely forgotten. Over time, the jungle began to reclaim the temple, and it remained relatively unknown to the outside world until the 19th century when French explorers, notably Henri Mouhot, brought it to international attention in 1860. Mouhot was captivated by the grandeur of Angkor Wat, famously describing it as a structure that grander than anything left to us by Greece or Rome. Since then, Angkor Wat has been the subject of numerous restoration efforts. In 1992, it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and international efforts have been made to preserve its delicate stonework and protect it from environmental damage and human activity. Today, Angkor Wat is one of the most visited tourist sites in the world, attracting over 2 million visitors annually. Modern significance. Angkor Wat remains a symbol of Cambodian heritage and pride. It plays a central role in Cambodia's cultural revival after the tragedies of the Khmer Rouge era. The temple stands as a reminder of the grandeur of the ancient Khmer civilization and the ability of cultures to endure, adapt, and flourish despite challenges. Its timeless beauty, architectural sophistication, and spiritual significance make Angkor Wat not just an important historical site, but also a living monument that continues to inspire awe and wonder in visitors from around the world. Whether seen at sunrise with its reflection mirrored in the surrounding ponds, or explored up close with its intricate carvings and towering spires, Angkor Wat leaves a lasting impression on all who experience its majesty.